নমস্কার, আমি প্রথমেই আরবান কেয়ার কে ধন্যবাদ দিতে চাই এই কারণে যে ফ্লাডের পরে অনেকেই এগিয়ে এসেছে to mitigate our acute problems, lot of NGOs, lot of organizations, lot of individuals, কিন্তু ফিউচারের কথা চিন্তা করে যাতে আগামী দিনে ফ্লাডকে প্রিভেন্ট করা যায় তার জন্য আরবান কেয়ার এগিয়ে এসেছে। তাদের চিন্তাধারা ভিন্ন, they are looking for long term solution. এই জন্য this group of engineers and philanthropists have come together to form this urban care. I would like to at the outset thank them for their unique concept and then going ahead to organize this seminar today. On the dais, Maharaj Mrinmayanandaji, Maharaj ke amar antorik শুভেচ্ছা এবং প্রণাম মহারাজ। আপনার আশীর্বাদ যাতে শিলচরের জনসাধারণের উপরে বর্ষিত থাকে, গুরু মহারাজকে প্রণাম। On the dais, Pranoy Chaudhary, who just now spoke, Professor Dr. Rajat Gupta, Mr. Oshim Shen, and Shubhajit Show. Distinguished gathering here, friends of the media, and my dear students. I'm very delighted to see students in a seminar like this. It's very important that we pass on the baton of thinking and our activities to the next generation, so that they also inculcate what our previous generation and this generation is trying to do for the people of this valley. Floods, as we say, is a unique thing. The natural disaster comes once in a while, not on, beck and call of anybody. And we have seen another natural disaster in the form of the pandemic, which the world is battling for the last 2.5 years. And for all these type of disasters, the human mind needs to think out of the box, needs to give solution, and this is what the world is doing. I think that human beings, the human generation, this generation will have to be more responsive to the climate changes, to the natural disasters that are hitting us from all sides. And if we do not respond in time and not respond adequately, I presume the next generation will not excuse us because we have not acted in time. So therein lies the importance of this seminar. Floods, as we see this year's flood, Sujata Didi, as we used to call her during our college days, school days rather, has very rightly pointed out that in the recent 30-40 years I can give you that the 84 flood of Silchar, the 85 flood of Silchar, the 89 flood of Silchar, the 2004 flood of Silchar, 2007 and 9 flood of Silchar were unique in its own way. But the 2022 flood of Silchar was much different than all the other previous floods, because this time the flood was an urban flooding. It was partially because of a man-made bridge that was caused in one of the dike on the eastern fringe of the town. And we have seen the urban areas of Silchar, the municipal areas of Silchar getting inundated within a few hours without giving people any time to react, to save their valuables or any other things which they thought to be very close and valuable to them. So this urban flooding was different, and the response to this urban flooding by the people living in urban areas was also different. Generally we see floods in the rural areas, and the people living in rural areas, generally farmers or the farming background, people are accustomed to having floods of rise in water level in the rivers and in the fields